Na jó reggelt, boldog új évet küld.
Megkérdezik.
Elhúztam meg egy pár.
Merre? Haverokhoz ide-oda? Haverokhoz vagy te látod ide-oda?
Na, itt eldolgozok Angliába. Elmét Bukarest. Igen. Mi van kiskor? Egy van.
Ott nem volt az ott most szállott egy vált.
Eláttuk egyébként egy videót előre.
Ja.
Milyen játék? Free-to-play volt?
Nem. Szkópot hogy lehet levenni gyorsan, Hudi? Mit mondtál? Fölfelé hosszan? Ja, hogy fölfelé, még egyszer fölfelé, és akkor izé. Ja, tudom.
Mi megy élő közvetítésre a játékról?
Ja.
Na, akkor megnézem. Játszik, hogy járt is? Főszereplő is?
Nem, ő nem. Ha már napok óta mindig jön be valaki a na, akkor kapcsolja a motorkészletet, vagy jártak másik, vagy tegnap is többet visszaidőt. Gyere már motorzni, bement fotózni, aztán egyből mentek király. De most jönnek amúgy az angolok a Goldvárba 4 darab lighthang. Egyes bejön, de lehet, hogy jött jön a switch, 2 vagy 3.
Aha.
Kettesbe jön talán 1. 3-asban meg megint egy hajó. TD-kből jön. És a bukás autó bellen. 1-es 10-ig. 1-es 10-ben. A Chariot
The gear is in here. I packed it into a couple of backpacks. It shouldn't be too heavy.
Nincsen.
Nincsen. Az oroszoknál sincs.
Az oroszoknál csak 2-es van.
You got everything? There's a good rock face nearby that Sammy can use to teach her beginners. If I recall correctly, you also have some mountain climbing experience.
De attól függetlenül
I get it.
most
Those
az
mountain goats aren't easy to catch.
750
There's some
fölött
good
jön
anchoring points at the top of the rock
850.
face.
Ja.
If you can get those ropes nice and secure, it'll save Sammy some time and help the class.
Amúgy kipuroztad a chieftaint?
Á, még nem. Nem, mert sokat játszottam, ugye egyet ugye.
Jó. készre tudok vinni.
Hát a mennyit lehetett, de most az utolsó
Mhm.
amiket felszoktam a házba, azt a hátizár, ilyen dolgokat, azt kellett állítani meg a könyvtárnak.
Truth be told, I've wanted to start an extreme sports group here for a long time, but the old chairman of the board pushed back against anything that wasn't hunting. He was very old-fashioned, though. The patriarch of this kids' electronics empire. He forced his vegan animal rights activist son Timothy to come with him on hunting trips to Africa. Accused the activist of brainwashing his son. The family reputation around here dropped quite dramatically when my dad caught Timothy drinking cocaine drugs inside the reserve. Simpkins actually used his power on the board to keep my
Nagyon
dad
néz ki ez
quiet.
a most
But the next time my
live,
dad
van,
caught
mint
Tim in
egy
reserve,
Stingray.
he wasn't just
Igen.
getting drugs. He had
Na,
been
ide
poaching.
izét kellett hozni
That
ezeknek.
looks great.
Sisakos
I doubt I could have done a better job myself.
vödörbe.
Don't let the ropes down. We don't need them getting all tangled up.
Hely.
Dad called it in without even telling Simpkins Sr. Of course, he was furious. Tried to get my dad fired, actually. But all credit to the board. They
Jelöld
stuck
már
with my old
hol vigyem
man.
a következőt.
I really
És
appreciate
akkor
your help
addig
with this
csináltad
one.
meg mi, Hudi, vagy
It's been an
nem
uphill
tudom, hogy
battle to
meddig.
get to this point, and I'm disappointed that I can't be there to run the classes myself.
Aha.
All these changes I want to make will hopefully account for the loss of the Simpkins' money and influence. If I'm being honest, I have a lot invested in the classes going well. There's still some people on the board who are friends with the old chairman, and it seems pretty clear that they don't like me proposing new ideas. This is just a start, too. I'm proposing snowboarding and extreme skiing for the winter. I've got some friends who I'd love to invite over to shoot some videos.
Vagy nem?
Could be fun, don't
Vagy
you
valami
think?
halott tetemet, vagy valami.
Anyway, I'll let Sammy know that we're good to go. I trust her to take care of it.
Igen.
Hey, so listen. There might be a situation going on at the moment and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established, we took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him.
Nem, ma
Can you head over to the
GTA-ban
mine and see what's going on?
kérte.
He's allowed to camp there,
Ha nézd meg,
but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself.
Ott állok előtte, megállítom, meg ki akarom szedni az autóból, elütött, bazd meg, kurva. A kocsit. Erre kell fölmenni. Aha, oda kell mennem.
Minden esetre ez a pajzs mentalitást jó belévertik.
Akkor itt erre kéne elmennem. Mondom, ez rosszabb mindegyiknél, ez a baj. Még a tovább felmér. Még egy kicsit felfog túlszárnyalni. Mert egy kérdés ír. Meg az nem is, meg az értelmet. Nem kell húzelgatni. itt fejlesztett a Bergból a második. Most működik.
I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera.
Yeah.
Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching? This looks intact, at least. That's got to be a good sign. I don't really understand what's going on with the last one. But at least pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. Let's go find his camp, shall we? It was actually Remy that called this one in. He doesn't know who Bobby Joe is, but I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
Tracks are my go-to source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
Binoculars. Maybe he was hunting. Rifle cartridges. That's not good news. That's our sign. Pick it up, would you?
Persze.
Secret uranium mining. Government conspiracy? I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school.
Yeah,
replant the sign, and we're done here for now. A journal? Maybe this'll show us why he's out here. What makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here.
van egy sárga pont most. Ugye, de ez itt... Akkor megyek erre a zöld tappancsnyomra, megnézem. Nem tudom, itt alattam nincs még egy barlang. Nincs. Itt várjunk csak, mit ír? Travel to mine. Vincent, mine. Just scanned, just stand. Replant a scene. Amikor a barlanghoz kellett elmenni Dangerous reakción, veszélyes küldetés, vagy igen. Egy sárga nyilat lefelé a földre nyilat mutat, de... A barlangban nincs semmi. Ugye a vadkamerákat összeszedtem, lementem a tóhoz, ott a sátornál kipakoltam. A sátornál fölvettem azt a füzetet, és most visszaküldött ide a barlanghoz. És itt a barlang előtt van egy sárga ikon. Nem csapdát kéne keresni? Hát úgy nézek. Mert van itt ugye egy tappancsnyom a sziklánál, a szikla szélén egy zöld tappancsnyom, amit kijelöl a kommunikátor. Ugye akivel beszélsz. Ott kipakoltam a dolgokat. Ide lemutat a lyukba. Vagyis hát itt a barlang előtt van a sárga kijelölés. Na most tudtam egy négyzetet.
This mine has never been a problem before, but let's not take any chances. Me and my dad have been dealing with Bobby Joe for years, but this is new.
Elvileg megvolt.
I know he's a nuisance, but I always felt sorry for him. He had a pretty tough upbringing. I don't want to call the police, but I have to. He's armed and known for making poor choices.
Na most valami hang van. Better pop this back up.
It would appear that it's not just the neighbors that are making questionable calls today. Sometimes folks from the city will drive out here to get away from work or their personal lives or whatever happens to be bothering them. The problem is that sometimes, quite often actually, people wander into the wilderness without a clue of how to survive if things go wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And based on a couple of phone calls I've had from the hospital today, I think that someone has made a mess and could use some help.
Yeah.
I was going to check in on them myself, but I need to coordinate with the police on this Bobby Joe thing. And you're already really close by.
Most a sátrakat kell
Can you head over to the
megtalálnom.
campgrounds nearby and check in on
Checking
them?
with visitors
The phone calls were sporadic
at
at
the
best.
campground.
As far as I can tell, this professional yoga and meditation expert has led a group of accountants from Denver into the wilderness on some sort of spiritual retreat.
Kijelöli a térképen.
She took their cell phones away from them and had
Mert
them
amíg
eating wild
pofázik, addig
flowers
nem
and
lehet
berries.
látni
Some of them got sick and have gone directly to the hospital. I know that we're not the reason why this happened, but it could look very bad for us if anyone gets seriously hurt. I'd appreciate if you'd hustle and check it out.
Arra semmit, az csak egy állatnak a nyoma. Hogy onnan, hogyha elindulsz, akkor ott lehet, hogy találsz majd egy állatnyomat. Na most itt ez hol lesz? Ez fönt lesz, vagy lent lesz? Azt látom. Csak hogy most ehhez föl kéne mennem a sziklához, vagy lent kéne elmenni.
Úgy így szólal az ATV-vel, mint hogyha a tankkal megy. Jó sokat dobálnak a baját. Audusza hol van? Nem együtt játszottad? Tavasz. Szar is változatlan. Tudom.
Már láttam a dolgot.
Már kukácskocsik is. Ott. Ég. Hasonlít egy kicsit.
That's weird. I expected a lot more activity here. They said they were bringing 20 people. Where is everyone? Is the leader in her tent? She goes by Jem. Jem Botten. Can you hear the phones ringing? I guess we know where she hid them then. The accountants have left. I'm going to send someone to make sure they got back to their cars safely. This is an absolute disaster. A bunch of poisoned accountants and a lone woman climbing a non-specific mountain. Next time someone tries to run a retreat out here, I'm gonna make them hire a professional guide. She's expecting the others to meet her at the top of a mountain? Which one? This is exactly the sort of thing I find myself fighting uphill against. It's hard to get going when stuff like this keeps... Okay, first things first. We need to figure out where Baden's gone. I'll try to reach some of the accountants back at the hospital. Maybe they can help. I get the distinct feeling that she hasn't packed hiking boots or proper equipment for a climb. Maybe she'll turn back soon. I'll let you know if I hear anything, okay?
Milyen mastery reszetelődik? Igen, hetekre van leosztva, igen, úgyhogy általában kedden frissül, igen. Ugye egy hétre visszamenőleg van mindig. Na most itt mit kell csinálni, Hudi? Kávé, Matyi?
Today continues to throw up challenges for us. I have another job for you, and this one is urgent. We received a call from one of our neighbors, Norman, asking if we'd seen his dad, a longtime friend of the reserve. Apparently he's gone missing and he's taken all the family camping supplies with him. Around the same time, two hikers reported to us that they spotted a single old man laden down with gear, heading into a part of the reserve that is known for its bears. When they asked him if he needed any help, he politely declined and kept walking. Their description matches old Ted perfectly. Short white hair, green rain slicker, and brown leather boots. No gun. I'm trying to get a hold of Norman, but he said that he'd make some more calls just in case Teddy's gone to visit friends. I'm just getting his voicemail at the moment. While I sort this out, can you head over to where the hikers saw him and try to follow old Teddy's trail? He knows his way around here, so I have no idea why he'd wander into bear country.
Vagy valami kis challenge volt hozzá, de nem egy nagy vasszizdasz challenge. Azt nem lehet, azt nem is fogod meg. Igen, de azért egy ilyen kis challenge volt. Meg ugye alapba adott 3 prémiumot, ugye a luxust, a silver luxustot, meg a PS1-et, egy PS2-t, ugye a PS2.
spotted him. That's good news. Listen, I got a hold of Norman and he's on his way out here. But he's a couple of hours drive away. I told him that we were looking for his dad. Norman's really worried. He thinks that Ted has had a breakdown. Ted's wife, Jeannie, died a couple of weeks ago. And since the funeral, Ted hasn't been himself. The family were giving him as much space as they could. But now they're worried that he's fully isolated himself and he's made some bad decisions that have led him here. Norman took a trip to visit him. But when he arrived, Ted was gone, and so was his car. Norman remembers his dad saying that he proposed to Jeannie during a trip to Silver Ridge Peaks 45 years ago. That whole region is a beautiful valley, but nobody goes out there unarmed while the bears are roaming around. It might be a long shot, but can you gear up with whatever you need and head into bear country as soon as possible? If Ted's looking for where he proposed almost a half a century ago, I just hope he finds it before the bears find him. I'll mark the beauty spot on your GPS. Be careful in those parts. Keep your rifle handy at all times.
Yeah. Az egy medve volt. De az most nem érdekel.
This is the beauty spot.
Ez egy 3 cső.
But he's gone.
Ennek van shotgun lőszere is.
There's no sign of an encounter. But look, Ted was definitely here.
Az az M1 garant.
Ted and Jeannie, 1978.
Annak
I can't even imagine what's going through his head at the moment. My dad and I used to talk about men who would seek their solace in nature. He told me that if he didn't have my mom or me around, he'd eventually have just started living out here. I didn't believe him at first, but as I've grown older, it makes more sense to me.
Persze.
He's running from the pain he's feeling.
Ja,
Out there, he doesn't need to think about anyone or anything else. He can just be alone.
Háborús.
Norman will be here soon. I told him that his visit will include a trip to Bear Country, so he's got a rifle to protect himself. I'll point him to his dad's old camp for now. It makes most sense for that to be where Ted will come back to whenever he's ready. There's no tracks for you to follow, and while I don't like the idea of him wandering around, Ted clearly wants to be alone out here.
No. Bear with me. Mibe?
I might have a lead on our missing yoga instructor. Sammy was driving home after the rappelling lesson, and she heard something that could be Miss Bodden. She had pulled over to look under the hood of her car, and she swears she heard a scream from the woods nearby. And I asked her if it could have been an animal noise, but she seemed pretty insistent that it was a woman's scream. I know it's nothing solid to go on, but it could be what leads us to her. Can you check it out? I'll mark the spot on your GPS.
Motoros klub, ugye? Nem tudom, hogy én hát szerintem nem. Akkor a csónakot mondtuk, hogy nem arra felállunk.
If their cubs are nearby. It's time for maximum caution.
Na itt lesz majd a medve, tudod.
Can you hear that? It's like a horn or something.
Megbaszni.
Can you hear that? It's like a horn or something. An air horn app? I've heard of people trying to scare away bears and cougars with real-life air horns. Personally, I've never really trusted using sound to scare off a bear. Not permanently, at least. Well, that's the contact number I had for her. Cell phone service can be really poor out there, though. Still, she was here. Check out the bear markings on that tree. There's no sign of her, is there? If she tried to hide from a bear up a tree, she found out pretty fast bears are great climbers. Maybe she threw the water bottle in her phone to give herself a chance to escape. Are there any more clues? A bear. Be careful.
Most futott mellettem a medve. Meg ott is lent lesz egy.
Looks like someone forgot their bear deterrent. Mind you, if you're caught unaware, it might not help. I'll never forget the time I was hunting elk with a group of friends, and a 1,200-pound grizzly came in hot from 30 yards out. Some of us had bear spray, but the wind was too strong to use it. The only reason we made it out alive is because the bear got confused when all 6 of us split up. It was like something out of a movie.
Na most hol lesz a medve? Ott. Hova futott ez a kecseg?
Source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
look like fresh footprints. She made it out of there, heading west. Still, now she has no phone and no water bottle.
Pójdę. Nem tudom, most az a lényeg, hogy